Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. I'm excited about today's video so grab your hydration beverage. Let's have a sip and a sit, because I am going to explain to you why you see me clean with Listerine. Okay, folks, so you've seen my videos, you've seen my content, you know I'm always carrying around my spray bottle, and I always say, this is my Listerine spray. Why? Why would I clean with a mouthwash instead of all those other cleaners that I could buy in the store and spend a whole lot of money on? Well, I'm going to share with you why. I'm going to share with you why it saves money and some of the things that you can clean with it that you're going to see you get better results with Listerine, and you're going to feel better about it too. But first, before I get started, I do want to share with you what exactly is this product and what's the history, because it's been around for a long time, well over 100 years. So let's first start with the history of Listerine. Then I'm going to share with you what's in it, and then we're going to talk about where the magic is. How do I use this to clean, and what does it do? And how it saves you money. All right, let's start with the history. 1879, Listerine was invented by a St. Louis doctor named Joseph Lawrence. Now, he invented this to clean wounds and to sterilize his surgical equipment. A few short years later, 1889, he partnered with Jordan Lambert of Lambert Pharmaceuticals. They started to mass produce this formula of Listerine and distribute it nationwide. World War I, Listerine was used as an antiseptic to treat wounds, to sterilize surgical equipment, and to reduce germs in field hospitals. Jumping ahead to 1920, that's when it was first promoted as a mouthwash, 1920. And there was this brilliant marketing strategy that the Lambert Pharmaceutical Company promoted, where they started to create this social anxiety over halitosis, or bad breath. So they did this huge campaign about bad breath. Guess what's the solution? Good old Listerine. So now you've got a mass market and a mass demand for Listerine antiseptic mouthwash to cure halitosis. Because why? It kills germs, gingivitis, and plaque. That's why we use it today as a mouthwash, because we know that plaque and bacteria in our mouth can not only affect our oral health, but it can affect our health throughout the rest of our body as well. So that's how Listerine became a nationwide product. In fact, now it is sold all over the world. It's in 85 countries, and it is sold primarily as a mouthwash. Man, we forgot about all the other uses. It's an antiseptic, antibacterial, antimicrobial. We became focused on the mouthwash aspects, but not the cleaning aspects. So instead of using this good old reliable antiseptic for cleaning, we limited it to our oral health. But it has so many more uses, and I want to share with you those. Now, how I first discovered Listerine was I started raising chickens, and I've got farm fresh eggs coming into my house. Well, you know, chickens can carry some pretty bad germs, and I didn't want that germ transference as I bring these eggs into my kitchen, put them on my kitchen counter, and then I start to cook with them. I break that egg, and I touch that egg or egg white or egg yolk while I'm cooking as I'm breaking the egg, and now I've got that germs on the outside of that egg on my food and on my fingers. So I read an article where somebody was using Listerine to disinfect their eggs. I was like, wow, yeah, that makes kind of sense. It is an antiseptic, not harsh, doesn't leave a real bad residue. It's not leave a strong chemical residue. So that would be great. So I started cleaning my eggs as they came in from the hen house into my kitchen. Then the light went off. Well, if I can clean eggs, what else can I clean with this wonder solution? So I started trying it on other surfaces in my home. And you'll see me in all of my videos carrying around my Listerine spray. I feel like I am the Listerine lady. I dilute this 50-50 for general cleaning. If I need heavy disinfectant, I can use it full strength or 3/4 strength. So I then can adjust how I mix my cleaner based upon what I need it for. That's going to save me money. This jar of Listerine costs about $6 and it lasts me a couple of months, sometimes up to 3 months. Just depends on what I'm using it for. So there's your money savings right there. So I started just using Listerine. Now, this cleans windows. This cleans mirrors. Why? Because of the products in it. Now let's talk about what's in it. Why does this clean so well? Well, it's made of essential oils, one being menthol. Menthol oil is from mint oils, and it produces kind of that cooling sensation, but it also helps to kill bacteria. We also have menthol salicylate, and that is from wintergreen mint, and it adds flavor to Listerine, but it also has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. So now we have anti-inflammation. That's why it works really well on wounds. We also have thymol from thyme oil, and this is a strong antiseptic. Kills germs and helps reduce the plaque and gingivitis by killing the germs. That's why it's a good mouthwash. So these form a botanical essential oil militia. Disinfects by killing germs and bacteria. Some other ingredients, of course, water is the base, but it also has alcohol, 26% alcohol. But alcohol is important because it is a solvent. It keeps all of those botanical oils mixed evenly, and it helps to boost the antibacterial properties of the solution itself. It has benzoic acid. That's a preservative that keeps it shelf stable for you. It has poloxamer, which is a substance that helps dissolve those essential oils and keeps them evenly distributed throughout the solution, so you get a nice, even antibacterial property. Sodium benzenate, which is a preservative that keeps the bacteria from growing inside the bottle. And then, of course, the caramel to give it a beautiful caramel color. How does it work as a cleaner? The alcohol, it cuts grime. And let me tell you, it cuts grime. So if you want to use this in your kitchen, it's going to cut that greasy grime just as well as, if not better, than the other kitchen cleaners you have under your sink right now. It evaporates quickly without toxifying your air, and it disinfects. Degreases, disinfects. Yes. The eucalyptus, thymol, and menthol are natural antimicrobial compounds. So that's how it disinfects. It's going to kill germs. Like it does in your mouth, it's going to kill them on the surfaces you're cleaning. The menthol salicylate helps break down residue, and it gives it kind of that fresh scent. Now, I know not everybody likes an antiseptic smell. I get it. But I'd rather have an antiseptic smell that's clean and healthy than a flowery smell that is toxic. Now, I want to talk to you about some of the ways that I use Listerine, and I want you to explore some other ways and share in the comments how you use Listerine. Now, videos where I organize to utilize board games. Well, when my kids play board games, you know, they're always touching them, putting their fingers in their mouth. Other kids are playing. So you have germs. I had a child that had reactive airway disease when he was young. So I couldn't allow bacteria. So anything other children touched in my home had to be disinfected immediately, because too many bacterial germs would then create pneumonia. And so I had to be really cautious about sterilizing board game pieces. I put a bin of Listerine on the table, and I dropped those board. Now, this is for just like regular board games. If you've got high-end board games or really collectible ones, don't put your pieces in Listerine, especially if they're painted. I'm just saying these are for like board game pieces for like Monopoly and Sorry and, you know, things that you would get off the shelf at a big box store. But I just take them in, put them in the Listerine, let them sit for a few minutes, let them disinfect, and then I put them on a towel and let them dry. I don't even have to rinse them. I don't even have to rinse them because Listerine is non-toxic. Now, if you feel better, go ahead and rinse, but you don't have to. Children's toys. All those little toys, I can either wash them in a diluted bin of Listerine, or if it's like an electronic toy that you don't want to submerge in water, I can just use my Listerine spray and a cloth and wipe them down. Put it in my children's books. I can clean their toys. I can clean their backpacks with this. This is great that you can just put the backpack in the washer, add a little bit of Listerine. It's going to help deodorize. All right. So for kids, it's a great cleaner. You don't have to worry about the residue. Let's talk about pets. You can clean your animal dishes, your dog toys. Now I have birds. So we all know I have birds because remember we had to move this whole studio upstairs to get away from the noise of the birds because every time I filmed, they wanted to talk to y'all. But I repurposed an old curio cabinet into my bird habitat. So it's glass and mirrors. And I can't use ammonia products like Windex because it'll kill my birds. It causes respiratory distress. Clean my bird habitat, dishes, water dishes, and everything, toys, everything with Listerine. It disinfects, but it doesn't cause respiratory distress. I can clean my puppy toys, my dog dishes. I can even clean leashes and collars, bedding and coats because this has a wonderful deodorizing property about it. I'm not done. That's just kids and pets and chicken eggs. Now let's talk about bathroom. So this is going to disinfect your sink. It's going to freshen your toilet. But here's something you didn't know. If you spray this on your areas that tend to mold and mildew frequently, spray this directly on full strength and let it sit. The antibacterial properties are going to help to keep that mold and mildew from growing. So in the bathroom, you can use it. You can wash your shower curtain, add this to a little bit to your washing machine. It's going to help freshen that shower curtain. It's going to help freshen that bath mat. It's also going to help freshen your towels, but it's going to disinfect your surfaces. So you wipe your sink with it. You can wipe your countertops with it, your vanity surfaces with it. You can wipe your beauty care products with it and not worry about the residue. I use a little bit on my LED mask. Anything that's going to touch my face, I use Listerine to disinfect it. When you clean your bathroom, disinfect your toothbrushes. You can actually put this in a spray bottle, dilute it down, and use it as a deodorizer. So you can deodorize your gym bag, your tennis shoes. There's lots of ways that you can use Listerine. This is going to save you money. It's going to be healthier and safer for you, your family, your pets, especially young children. It's going to clean and deodorize your home. You can dilute it to the strength that you need for your cleaning needs and still use it as a mouthwash. So I challenge you to give Listerine a try. See if you like it. Try it on your mirrors. Try it on your windows. I use it on my car windshield. I use it for just about everything, and I don't have cleaners. I don't spend a ton of money on cleaners that aren't healthy, that leave a toxic residue and cost a whole lot of money. I can buy Listerine. I can shop sales, and I love sales. That's when I stock up. But I can also find it in just about any Dollar General, Dollar Tree, grocery store. It's easily accessible. And once in a while, you'll find some coupons. So stock up when you see it. Try it as a cleaner. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just saying, this is going to simplify your life a whole lot. And you're going to feel better about it. It's going to be healthier for you, your family, and your pets. Your house is going to smell cleaner. And you're going to have that feeling of clean, knowing that everything is disinfected, especially in your kitchen. Now that's a win-win, win-win-win all the way around for everybody involved. And it's cheaper. Literally cheaper than buying all those other chemicals. So give it a try. Let me know what you think, how you like it. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to our next session together. And until then, my beautiful friends, have a wonderful day.